Do I need one?
You're in the back seat. You're in the front seat. Won't save you anyway. Gurave Gaura Chandra Radhikaya Tadalaya Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadabhaktaya Namo Namaha Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadha Shivasati Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ramo 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 Hare Hare. First of all, I give pranams to our Gurudev, Om Vishnupad Sri Srimad Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaja, our Rupanuga Guru Varga, all devotees, special guests, thank you for coming. So, someone said, we cannot understand this, it's too high for us. True. But if Guru Parampara themselves say something, then what's the harm in just repeating it? That is not too high for us. Can you stop that horrible sound? So, yesterday was the anniversary of Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaja traveling to America. So, actually he spent his whole life just translating. If you look, Chaitanya Charitamrita, straight translation. Srimad Bhagavatam, translation. Bhagavad Gita, Upadeshamrita. These books all translations. And commentaries he gave, most of these are also translations. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, what said, especially Chaitanya Charitamrita, Saraswati Thakur, what wrote, Bhaktivinoda Thakur wrote, what wrote in their Anubhashyas, their commentaries. No. Even he said his commentary in the Bhagavad Gita was following the mercy of Baladev, Sri Baladev Vidyabhusan. So mostly he just translating, clarifying. No. Translator not put his own mood there. No, that is not his job. Therefore he said, as it is. Direct meaning. Only one thing I know, Prabhupada wrote about himself. What was that? These prayers on the Jaladuta. No? So, it's true, some Guru Parampara not mention anything about their internal moods. Some are like that. Govinda Maharaj, what is his internal mood? No idea. He never spoke about it. I know I did the tape ministry, so I listened to hundreds of cassettes. He never spoke about it. Bhaktivedanta Trivikram Goswami never spoke anything. No. But some parampara speaking. They are very merciful, very kind. No. And no need to write commentaries and pages and pages. How we believe Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur is Nayana Mani Manjari. How we believe. He wrote in one letter, one line. Half a line. 5 words. That's all. And from that we accept this is enough. What Saraswati Thakur has written about himself, we accept. Bhaktivinoda Thakur has also written, one kirtan is there. I am Kamala Manjari. I am 11.5 years old. My sari is blue with stars. I have complexion like gold. My seva is kapur, pan seva. So even if you are an idiot, doesn't matter because it's there. They're just giving mercifully, ready-made. No need for us to go into much research and meditation and no, because they have themselves said. So when someone says something about themselves, who will doubt it? No. Like we believe the Padabhasha, the definition of Srimad Bhagavatam, a quarter of one verse of Sukadeva Goswami. Ete chanksa kala pumsa Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. No. One line, a quarter of a verse. But this is enough for everyone to accept. No. So some parampara not say anything too much about their internal mood. That is their prerogative. No. But sometimes parampara is so kind, they also give this thing to us. No. So, if we don't know something about the Guru Parampara's internal mood, then Gurudev would say ultimately you cannot serve him. Gurudev would say very clearly. If you don't know their seva, their mood, ultimately you cannot render service to them because you don't know how to please them. Sometimes Gurudev would say like that.
I did that.
So, if we don't know, shut up. No problem. Keep mouth closed. I don't know. This is too much for me. No problem. No problem. But if you say a wrong thing, Guru Maharaj said, all Guru Parampara curse you. No, because you are giving... Parampara means pure thing, strict thing, not changing. So you change, all Guru Parampara will curse you. No? And especially that Vaishnava you are speaking wrong things about, they will be the first one to curse you. Then, so don't change the mood. No? So tonight we want to speak about this thing. Personally, my experience over the last few years, now I realized Gurudev would often say in his katha, I'm not speaking for everyone. Many times I personally heard him, I'm speaking for one or two devotees. You heard Gurudev say that?
Yeah.
But now Gurudev has left, everyone think, I understand Narayan Maharaj. Really? Unless you're Uttam Bhagavat, you cannot understand. No? Where is he? And where are you? So only Vaishnava on the same level. They will understand Gurudev's words. They will understand his moods. They will understand inner meaning. Fair enough, Nandini? It's easy, not rocket science. Only someone in the Guru Parampara will understand the Guru Parampara. And sometimes differences come. No? Like Jiva Goswami, he wrote it apparently supporting Swakiya Ras. No? So even today, the Babajis, even today, they say Jiva Goswami said, and they do not believe there's any Parakya Ras in Goloka Vrindavan. I've heard them directly say, big learned persons in Babaji Sampradaya, they directly say, in Goloka Vrindavan is no Parakya Ras. Parakya Ras only here. Who said? Jiva Goswami said. No? Even today, that's 450 years ago, still they're running with that piece of chapati. They're running with that bone. Jiva Goswami said, Jiva Goswami said. So apparently there seems to be a difference between what Jiva Goswami has said and what Rupa Goswami himself has written. But Jiva Goswami wrote, something I write for myself, something I write for others. Guru Maharaj explained, you've heard this, right? Jiva Goswami explained. Guru Maharaj explained, Jiva Goswami had some disciples who were inclined to that. Or maybe they could not nicely understand what is the Parakya Ras. So for them, he wrote something. Right? So Jiva Goswami said, something I write for myself, something I write for them. But when Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur wrote his commentaries, he not gave support to the philosophy of Jiva Goswami. He did not. Again, he re-established what Rupa Goswami has given. So, why I'm saying this, you cannot just say Gurudev said, because that not always work. No? Sometimes great Acharya speaks according to time. Please hear very carefully. No? This is all for you, no? And me. Time, place, and circumstance. No? Why? They know. They're Durdadarshi. They see everything from a great, they see all past, present, and future. So sometimes great personalities may speak something not true, partially true, concealed meaning, or in this case, they speak, but people understand in a different way. They speak the true thing, but people understanding is a different thing. They're according to mentality. So a few years ago, we called this preaching tactic. And people went berserk. But it's not the first time that great acharyas, even incarnations, have used preaching tactic according to time, place, and circumstances, right? I can see everyone online going, oh, come on, not again. But it's been at least 2 years since we've discussed this. No? For example, Buddha, we're accepting him as an incarnation of Bhagavan, right, Nayan? Do we accept his philosophy? Not a word of it. We accept him as Bhagavan, but we don't listen to his philosophy. Sankaracharya, who is he? Shankar himself, Mahadev. Vaishnavanam Yatha Sambhu, Gyan Sarup, the embodiment of transcendental knowledge, Shiva. But his commentary he gave on Vedanta, no Vaishnava has accepted one drop of it. No? So sometimes, this is an example of Vaishnava speaking something directly false. Or Bhagavan speaking something directly false, according to time, place, circumstance. No? For example, Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaja said the jiva fell from Vaikuntha. No? Srila Gaura Maharaj, when he came back to India, his godbrothers challenged him. Why you are saying the jiva falls from Vaikuntha? This is completely false. He said, I know it's false. But you don't understand. Mayavad is so strong in these countries. No? Christianity, Islam, Judaism. Mayavad. Unless they hear the jiva falls from Vaikuntha, they cannot have a conception they are Krishna's eternal servant. So, and Gaura Maharaj said, Prabhupada was like Buddha. He said anything just to bring them. So, not everything that Vaishnava said may be taken directly at face value. Sometimes. So, it seems to be there is a conflict. Did Srila Narayan Maharaj say that Prabhupada was in Madhurya Ras and Manjari Bhav? Some people think he did. We've offered a $2,000 reward for a direct quote. Still haven't got it yet. But some people believe very strongly. Narayan Maharaj said, Prabhupada is Manjari. But problem comes, no one else has said that. Prabhupada never said it about himself. And other great acharyas like Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Goswami Maharaj, Bhakti Viray Bon Goswami Maharaj, others, so many, they have not said like that. So Guru Maharaj said, when there appears a contradiction, what is our job? Narayan Maharaj is right, we follow him, forget everyone else. Did Gurudev teach that? Guru Nishta, follow Gurudev. If you don't, you're a demon and against him. Gurudev not taught like that. What did he say? Reconcile. Reconcile. No. Gurudev not. He said, faith in what? Hari, Guru and Vaishnav. No. Should we put no importance about what Prabhupada said about himself? What do you think? Prabhupada said about himself, who cares about that? Because Gurudev said something. No. Then you run into trouble. No. Then followers of Prabhupada say, we follow this, and someone else will say, we follow this. So our job is to reconcile. So tonight we're trying to do. No. So, if I may start this discussion, because there's many things we have to look at. Now in Vedic discussion, there's 6 things. Subject matter. No. Then Vishay, doubt. There's 6 things and finally conclusion, Siddhanta. Subject matter, what is the proposal? Vishay, what is the object, the subject matter? Sangshay, what is the doubt? Purva Paksha, what is the opposite arguments? Samanjas, what is the reconciliation? And Siddhanta. Understand? These are the 6 ways we understand if there's some dichotomy, some contradiction, this way. Not just I choose this and everyone else is wrong. That is not. Because Mahabhagavad never speaks anything which is wrong. There must be something there. We cannot understand that is our lacking, no? So, if I may just begin this discussion, what Prabhupada said about himself. Maybe people don't think it's important. These days, people don't seem to think it's important. No? But Madhusudana Maharaj said, they may bury Krishna Balaram 50 feet under the ground, but at the end of the day, prayer of the Jaladuta is always there. What Prabhupada said about himself. No? So this discussion, Maharaj always said, this is not one word my argument. This is what Prabhupada said about himself. No? And if we believe he's a self-realized soul, we should take it a little seriously. No? So the only one thing that we know that Prabhupada wrote about himself, these prayers of Jaladuta. No? Don't interrupt, otherwise you'll get run over. Otherwise, you make a little note, you ask after, no problem. No? So, when he was crossing the Atlantic coming towards America, that time he had 2 heart attacks. No? Then he prayed to Krishna, he had a dream, right? You know, the dream. Krishna and all incarnations were rowing the boat and pulling him from behind. So that time some special inspiration came to him. So That time he had no followers. So we cannot say this prayer is a preaching tactic. That time who to preach to in the middle of the Atlantic? So he scribbled some poem. He put this in his notebook, and years after they found this thing. So very sweet mood he has. Many people think in Gaudiya Sampradaya is only Manjari Bhav. What do you think of that, Nandini? Mahaprabhu only came to give one thing, Manjari Bhav. What do you think? Is that true? Huh?
I don't know. That's what I heard, that's the essence.
But in Srimad Bhagavatam, which is, Mahaprabhu never spoke one word outside the Srimad Bhagavatam. We see there is all rasas are there. There's Sakya, there's Dasya, there's Vatsalya, and Madhura Ras. Other rasas are there. True, Madhura Ras is the highest. Who will argue? No one will argue. No? But if you start saying in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Sampradaya, only this thing is there, then you run into trouble. Because in Srimad Bhagavatam, the descriptions of all ras is there. No? Also, if there's only one ras, then how Krishna is Akila Rasamrita Murti? How Krishna is the enjoyer of all ras? How he is Rasaraj? Also, when Mahaprabhu was discussing with Ramananda Roy, and the subject of Das, Sak, and Vatsalya Ras came, Mahaprabhu didn't say, get lost, this is not my Sampradaya. What did Mahaprabhu say? This is Uttam. This is the topmost. So Mahaprabhu accepted in discussions with Ramananda Roy, Sukadev Goswami full of descriptions of all 5 ras, and Chaitanya Kaviraj Goswami himself says, no? Yuga Dharma Pravatimu Nam Sankirtan Charbhav Bhakti Deya Nachimu Bhuvan. No? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to spread this Yuga Dharma. How? Through this Harinam Sankirtan. And through this Charibhav Bhakti Deya Nachimu Bhuvan. Through this Harinam, Mahaprabhu gave Charibhav, 4 bhav, Das, Sak, Vatsalya, and Madhuras. Therefore we see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's devotees. You see devotees in all rasas, right? Which ras is Nityananda Prabhu himself in? Sakiras, right? He's Baladev. Baladev himself. What about Srivas Thakur? Dasiras. No? Pundarik Vidyanidhi. Vatsalya ras. No? Who else? Gadada Pandit. Radhika, of course. No, but we see in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Sampradaya, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's associates, even there are many devotees who are not even devotees of Radha Krishna, but they are Gaudiyas, like the incarnation of Hanuman, Murari Gupta. When Mahaprabhu said to Murari Gupta, you should also worship Radha Krishna, then Murari Gupta took it very seriously. He said he tried all night but could not. And weeping, when Mahaprabhu came in the morning weeping, he wanted to take his life. I cannot give up your instruction, but I cannot take my head away from the feet of Raghunath. Did Chaitanya Mahaprabhu say, get out of my Sampradaya? What did Mahaprabhu say? No. You are Hanuman. And Mahaprabhu on his forehead wrote, Ram Das in Chandan. So what to speak of other rasas apart from Madhurya Ras? We see in Mahaprabhu's Sampradaya many followers who are not even devotees of Radha Krishna. Like Nrsingananda Brahmachari, whose Ishtadev was Nrsingadev himself. Jagadish Pandit and Hiranya, their Ishtadev was Narayan. Srivas Thakur himself was a worshipper of Bhagavan Narayan. No? Murari Gupta, many examples. So we should not be closed-minded. No? Otherwise we will make offense to the Gaudiya Vaishnavas. No? It's true, Rup Sanatan worshipping in that ras. That is, and we would like to follow them. No? But to say that is the only thing and all others are not in this Sampradaya, then those devotees will feel excluded, we will give them pain and distress, and who will suffer? We will. Our bhakti will be checked. Otherwise you throw Madhya Soda, you throw Nanda Baba, you throw the Sakas, Sridham, Subal, Madhumanga. No, we cannot do like that. No. So it may be the highest for you. Actually, whatever ras one is in, one thinks this is the highest. One is fully satisfied in that ras. So, Madhurya Ras, devotees have nishta in that, but doesn't mean that that other ras have no place in Sampradaya, and that Mahaprabhu was not giving other thing. According to your Swarup, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu giving. No? If we see in Jaivadama, Sakiras also there. No? Okay, so just make this a little clear. Even some people go so far as to say, in Gaudiya Sampradaya, all acharyas are also in Madhurya Rasa. Is it true? Think carefully. Is what's his name? Most are in Madhurya Rasa, that is true. Like Gokishwadas Babaji Maharaj, Bhaktivedanta Thakur, Saraswati Thakur, Guru Maharaj himself. Many examples. True, many of the prominent acharyas are there. But you say only that mood is there and no other mood can give Diksha, then problem will come, because in our Sampradaya we see Hridaya Chaitanya. Directly he received Diksha from his Guru Gauridas Pandit, both were in Sakiras, and his disciple was Shamananda. So Shamananda took Diksha, his Gurudev was in Sakiras, but Shamananda Prabhu felt no difficulty at all in achieving perfection. Because mantras do not give a particular ras. There is no different mantras for different ras. Ras is like this mantra is like Kalpavriksh. Whatever you want, when you chant, that mantra will give you. Got it? So to say, all gurus are Madhurya Ras, Swami Maharaj must also be in Madhurya Ras. No problem. This is not correct. No. And also, our Sampradaya does not begin from Rupa Goswami or Lord Chaitanya. It begins from Lord Brahma. No, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu not established a separate, a new Sampradaya. He joined, we are considered a branch of the Madhva Sampradaya. So you see all the way back to the beginning of creation, we find all rasas are there. No? Brahma himself, Sakiras. When Bhagavan appeared before him, Bhagavan shook his hand. How you going? From this, Saraswati Thakur wrote in this comment, it appears Brahmaji have some feelings of Sakya towards Bhagavan, otherwise why Bhagavan would shake his hand? No? So, Guru Maharaj speaking, giving one emphasis to his personal mood. But what people are doing these days and saying this is the Siddhanta, that is incorrect. And by this, not only you make Gurudev look like a fool, he is not a fool. But you start saying these things in public assembly, people will think you are a fool. No? So please do not do like this. Guru Maharaj never did like that. Guru Maharaj gives some emphasis to his own personal mood. No? Right? He wants to push that mood. But to say that what they are now doing and neglecting all other moods, and it must be like this is like terrorism. Join us or we kill you. Okay. And Guru Maharaj, when he would speak Madhurya, when he would speak like Sakiras, they won't think that time Guru Narayan Maharaj also in Sakiras. Like Damodar Rastak, Guru Maharaj would explain day after day the mood of Mother Yasoda. No? How much absorption, how much happiness he feel when he speak these things. No? So Guru Maharaj not detest these other rasas. No? Because all rasas combining. There's perfect harmony in Goloka Vrindavan, and all rasas are combining to give happiness to Krishna. Right? So, what Prabhupada said about himself. Now, his mood is very sweet. No? If we cross this mood and give our own bogus interpretation, this is not the glories of Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaja. So, Krishna Tava Punya Habibai. If we want, we can read also Sridhar Maharaja's commentary about this same song. No? Because very close relation they had for many years. So Krishna Tava Punya Habibai. Also I want to hear give Madhusudana Maharaj, because so much he's deeply in this thing. No? So every year he explained this on Prabhupada's appearance day, disappearance day. No? So he's talking, Swami Maharaj, Prabhupada is talking to Krishna. Oh my brother Krishna. Who will call Krishna brother? Will Mother Yasoda say, oh brother, come here? Will Madhurya Ras call Krishna brother? Who will call Krishna brother, Nandini? Sakiras. Oh my bhai, oh brother Krishna. So Krishna Tava Punya Habibai. Oh my brother Krishna. You need some sukriti. You need some punya. E punya kurire jabe radha rani kushe habe. And how you Krishna, how you make that sukriti, a lot of sukriti? Because Madhusudana Maharaj gives this very sweet mood. To stay in Braj, you need a mountain of sukriti. So Maharaj is a little joking. He says, as Sakiras joking with friends, the friends are joking. Oh, Krishna, you did so much. Also like sin, no? Going to Chandravali here and there. Your Sukriti become very weak because you not get too much affection of Radhika. No? So Krishna tava punya habibai. Oh, brother Krishna, how you can make so much Sukriti? Easy, Radharani Kushi habe. You please Radhika. You make Radharani pleased. Dhruva ati bole tavatai. I am saying this with fixed determination. Krishna, if Radharani is satisfied with you, then you become happy. Then you get Sukriti. No? And how he said, Bhaktivinoda here, Prabhupada not saying me, my Gurudev, Sri Siddhanta Saraswati. Sachi Sutta Priya Ati. My Gurudev, such Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, very dear to Lord Chaitanya. Krishna Seva Jaya Tulyana. No one is equal to his service to Krishna. Say Mahant, he is Mahant Guru. He is the Jagat Guru. Krishna Bhakti De Tai Tai. No? He is the person who distributes devotion throughout the entire world. No? He had strong desire that this name of Krishna would go every town and village. No? Especially this Western world. Prithvi Nagaradi Asamudra Nadanadi. He wanted this name of Krishna go every village, every island, no, across the oceans. Sakale Le Krishnam. He wanted everyone to chant the name of Krishna. No? So, O Krishna, se kaja je koribeba. I have been ordered by my Guru to do this seva, but I have no power. No, I am very fallen and incapable. I have no qualification. Krishna, therefore I am begging for your mercy. No? If you help me, you will be fulfilling the order of my Guru. And who is my Guru? My Guru is very, very dear and nearest and dearest to Radhika. So when my Gurudev is pleased, Krishna, with you, because you helped us, then Radharani will be pleased with you. Very sweet mood. No? Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaja is not praying directly to Krishna. Even he's not praying directly to Radhika. He's going through his Gurudev. You should help me because my Gurudev is very dear to Radhika. If you help me, he's not saying I am very dear to Radhika. But if you help me, then Radhika will be pleased with you, Krishna. So what he prayed, no? Tumara milene bai. Oh my brother, again I want to meet you. Ebar se sukopai. Again I will feel happiness. Go charane guri dinebor. Again I will go. Go charan means cow grazing. Any Manjari goes cow grazing with Krishna? Nandini? No way. Nandi Yasoda go cow grazing with Krishna? No way. Who goes cow grazing with Krishna? Sakiras. No one else. This is their seva. No? Katovan chuta chuti. I will go with you forest to forest. No? Because so many forests in Braj. Someday Madhuvan, someday Talvan, Kumudvan. Different days, different forest. Banikai, Katovan chuta chuti. Banikai lutaputi. Banikai lutaputi. I will steal your food and eat. So Nandini, did the Manjari steal the food of Krishna in the cow grazing forest and eat it? What do you think? It's clear. There is no even room for argument. If you make argument, you're just cutting off your own nose. No Manjari eats the remnants of Krishna. No Manjari steals the remnants of Krishna. This mood, 100% Sakiras. So se din kabe habe more. When this day will be mine. So he has expressed his inner intention. No? Give him freedom for that. You like something else, that is your prerogative. But give him freedom for his own mood, right, Nayan? Give him freedom. He has right for that mood. We have no right to stop, no right to check. Okay. So, he has written this about himself. And all the acharyas have agreed this indicates Sakiras. You accept Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaja as a Mahabhagavad? Have you read what he said about it? Maybe you'll be surprised. When I read it, I was completely shocked. We had no idea of all these things, no? So Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Maharaj has spoken this on his commentary. when he departed from this consciousness of worldly preaching propaganda, then he is there. It is clearly expressed in these sayings there in the Atlantic. He has discovered the unmanifest upper-kit pastimes and in Vrindavan. And in Vrindavan he established Krishna Balaram Gaur-Nitai. That is indicative of Sakyaras. From this we can conclude that he is in Sakyaras. Who is speaking? Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Maharaj. That is my conclusion. And he has entered into these pastimes. This is my understanding about his present condition. He has expressed himself, his eternal position, the acme of his aspiration. In Vrindavan he has established Balaram and Krishna and Gaur-Nitai. It is almost clear that he comes from that group. And now again he is there. So after performing this seva of preaching, he aspires after a life in the cow-keeping Leela of Krishna. And he is appreciating that sort of friendly service of Krishna very much from the core of his heart. Beautiful. When they read this prayer to Bhakti Pramod Puri Maharaj, he laughed, Sakyaras. No? I think the most senior Vaishnava on the planet now, that is Bhakti, what's his name? Bon Maharaj, they call him. Not our Bon Maharaj, another one. I forget his name. Gopananda Bon Maharaj, no? When we asked him this prayer, he knew this prayer, he laughed, Sakyaras. Sakyaras. Even Bhaktivigyan Bharati Maharaj, one devotee asked him, what is the rasa of Swami Maharaj? He said, Sakyaras. Oh, Narayan Maharaj is saying Madhurya, Bhaktivigyan Bharati. That is the preaching of Narayan Maharaj. But that is not the mood of Swami Maharaj. No? So, anyway, there's all contemporary acharyas, Mahabhagavats, God brothers, associates, have said the same thing Swami Maharaj is saying about himself. So, this fight, Didi said, we are fighting two reasons. One for Swami Maharaj, one for Gurudev. Don't take Narayan Maharaj out of Parampara. Didi said, don't take him out. No. Prabhupada and everyone is saying this, and Narayan Maharaj will say something completely opposite. Is it possible, Nandini? Is it possible that Gurudev will speak something against his own two main Shiksha Gurus? It is not possible. It is not possible. This is like they're putting some black paint, trying to paint Gurudev's face black, make him look like something completely different. This is not the glories of Gurudev. No? So the main fight, don't drag Gurudev out of Parampara. He is a follower of these Vaishnavas. He is not in competition or opposition. No? And second fight, this for Swami Maharaj. Give him freedom, give him right for his own mood. No? These two wars. So, what did Gurudev say? Okay? Any questions so far? None. And actually, if you want to go into rocket science, they've collected many, many stories. Do you want to hear some? They're pretty great. Swami Maharaj's own mood. There was one servant of Swami Maharaj, Kriti. That was his name, right? Shrutakriti? Something like that. Shrutakriti. So one day he was on Swami Maharaj's door. He was looking through the keyhole. He saw Swami Maharaj rolling on the ground in his room. And afterwards he went, when it was appropriate, did pranam. Gurudev, I saw you rolling on the ground in your room. What were you doing? And he laughed. I was wrestling with Balaram. Wrestling with Balaram. When I heard that, I remember, no Manjari wrestles with Balaram. Well, I remember clearly, no Manjari wrestles with Balaram. Who wrestles with Balaram? Friend of Krishna. Otherwise, why he established Gaur Krishna Balaram in the center of his temple? Right? If you go to Vrindavan temple, who's in the center of the temple? Who?
Krishna.
Who's on the side? Radha Krishna. Gaur-Nitai this side, Radha Krishna this side. Why he did that? Who is his Ishtadev? What deity you put in the middle of your temple, that's your Ishtadev, right? Did Narayan Maharaj go around putting Krishna Balaram in the middle of his temples? No, because different mode. No. So Srila Sridhar Maharaj spoke, this is his Ishtadev. Radha Krishna also, he's Ishtadev, but little to the side. We will speak about that later. No? So, Gurudev will never speak something against his Guru Varga. Never possible. No? Especially this personal mood. No? Therefore, when Gurudev went to Krishna Balaram, when Swami Maharaj was leaving this world, what songs Gurudev, what's his name? Sai Prabhu, he sang Sri Rupa Manjari Pada. Why? To give him remembrance of his Gurudev. No? But what song Gurudev sang? Have you seen it? All these songs glorifying Sri Ram and the Sakhas. Gurudev knew his internal mode. No? So Gurudev sang, this song is the only song which talks about the Priyanama Sakhas. And Gurudev sang that song of Narottam Thakur. No? So you look a little carefully. Gurudev nicely knows the mode. So what did Gurudev actually say? I think we can all agree he would never speak anything against what the Guru Varga have established. Not possible. So what did Gurudev say and what have people understood? That comes the question. So we have said Gurudev has said things very clearly, but people have understood according to their adhikar. No, nothing else. So therefore, when this topic came up, we went through all the sound files of Gurudev hundreds of times. There is not one sound file of Gurudev directly saying, he is Manjari. There's not one. I'll give you $2,000 if you find it. We've looked through it and we've listened again and again and again. He never said it. No? He spoke. Other people said stuff. He remained quiet. Maximum was that. Or he spoke in a hidden way. What words did Gurudev use when he spoke about Prabhupada? Personal mood. He had plenty of chances to say he's a Manjari, but he never said it. So what language did Gurudev use? So we are asking everyone to very carefully look at the language that Srila Gurudev chose when he spoke about the personal mood of Swami Maharaj. Very carefully you look at that language.
He said, I know.
Yeah, he knew, of course he knew. Of course he knew. He's Mahabhagavat. He knew everything. So, Gurudev chose words like, and all this, they're all, again and again, people go nuts on the internet. Look at the sound file, and we're saying, yeah, look at the sound file. What does he say? He doesn't say what. Swami Maharaj is in the mood of the maid servants of Radhika. I've heard that a few times. Mood of the maid servants of Radhika. Didn't say he is a maid servant. What did he say? Mood of the maid servants. Swami Maharaj is in Madhurya Ras. No, he's in Madhurya Ras. Didn't say he's a gopi. He's in Madhurya Ras. No. What else? He's the mood of the followers of Rupa Goswami. He said that many times. No. This type of language Gurudev used. Sakhi Rupena. He's in the form of the Sakhis. That maximum and the closest he spoke was that thing. Sakhi Rupena. No? So Gurudev used this type of language constantly. Madhurya Ras, mood of the maid servants, Madhurya Bhav, Gopi Bhav. These things Gurudev constantly spoke. But never once he said directly he's a gopi. He's a Manjari. So what was Gurudev talking about? To understand, you've got to look at the previous acharyas. When Bhaktivedanta Thakur described the mood of the Priyanama Sakhas, what language Bhaktivedanta Thakur used in Jaivedharma? The Priyanama Sakhas are the personification of Madhurya Ras. Priyanama Sakhas. Sridham, Subal, Ujjval especially. The personification of Madhurya Ras. Rupa Goswami in his book Radha Krishna Ganudesh Dipika, he described the maid servants of Radhika include Subal, Ujjval, Madhumangal, maid servants of Radhika. Radhika Dasikaha, female tense. They're males, but they have the mood of the maid servants of Radhika. But they're not maid servants. What are they? They're sakhas, men. But they have the mood of the maid servants of Radhika. Rupa Goswami has written, Madhura Bhava Bhavita. The Priyanama Sakhas are absorbed in Madhurya Ras. It's clear as day there. Radha Krishna Ganudesh Dipika, clear as day. No? So what language Gurudev is using when he's describing the mood of Swami Maharaj? Exactly the same language that the previous acharyas have used to describe the mood of the Priyanama Sakhas. Nothing different. So those persons, maybe they have an absence of high-class Sangha, have an absence of knowledge of the Sanskrit language, or both, they will understand Gurudev's words in a particular way. But those who have a little bit sadhu sang, they will understand in a different way. So what is the meaning, right? Who are the Priyanama Sakhis? So Jiva Goswami said they serve Sakhi Rupin. They serve in Sakhi Bhav. They are boys, men, coward boys, no? But they have the mood of the Braja Gopis. No, they have Gopi Bhav. So there are sometimes when Gurudev was asked openly about his Swami Maharaja Sakha, then in different ways he answered. No? But there are 4 types of Sakhas. You know this? Have you heard about it? It's there in Jayavadama. You read again, you'll see it's all very clear there. No? 4 types of Sakhas are there. No? So Gurudev would answer, he is not only in Sakhiras. Gurudev didn't say he isn't in Sakhiras. What did he say? He is not only in Sakhiras, the full conception, he is also in Madhurya Ras. But Shamrani Didi, in her editing, he is not in Sakhiras, he is only in Madhurya Ras. But Gurudev never said that at all. Therefore, again and again, in this book, we have taken issue with the editors of Gurudev's words. You think I'll just change Gurudev's English, not so good, I change a few words here and there, what problem? Problem is a completely different meaning comes. He is not only in Sakhiras, he is also in Madhurya Ras. It's completely different from he is not in Sakhiras, he is in Madhurya Ras. There's a complete difference there. Therefore, this book may be a little harsh on Shamarani Didi, but at the end of the day, people should know what Gurudev said directly himself, know what people think he should say. There's a very famous one here. Swami Maharaja at the time of leaving his body. What did Gurudev say? It's all there, you can read it. It's black and white. With the sound files, the links, you go there and you listen yourself. Gurudev said, at the time of leaving his body, I saw very sweetly 2 moods on his face. One to his Ishtadev, one to his Ishtadevi. But the editors wrote, I saw in his mood 1 mood towards his Ishtadevi. It's all clear there written. No, you can read what's in the books that they've printed. That's why people were against us. Why? Narayan Maharaj said it's there in the book. But problem is, what's in the book is not what Gurudev said. There's a vast ocean of difference. No? So when I would translate Gurudev's word, Didi would say, don't change 1 word. Don't change 1 word. What Gurudev says, you just translate that. That is the job of the translator. But when the translator thinks, I understand what Gurudev's trying to say, then unfortunately people are not reading the words of Srila Narayan Maharaj, they're reading the words of translator. No problem. What a beautiful mood. I saw in his mood 2 moods, one to his Ishtadeva and one to his Ishtadevi. That is completely different saying I saw in his mood towards his Ishtadevi, but Gurudev not said that. So how can someone have a mood towards Ishtadev and Ishtadevi? Who is that? That is the Priyanama Sakhas. No? Therefore they have Sakhiras to Krishna. Krishna is their friend. No? But Krishna have 4 types of friends. No? So in Sanskrit, when one mood is mixed with another mood, this sometimes happen. I forget, it's been so long, so I should read it again. But this happened in Jayavadama, it's described Angaras and Angiras. Angi means main, and Anga means like supporting, side. So many times we see in devotee Angi and Anga. So, for example, in the Surid Sakhas, there are coward boys that are older than Krishna. So the Angaras is Sakhiras, and the Angiras, supporting Ras, is Vatsalya, because they're older than Krishna. So what do they say to Krishna? Shut up, you don't know too much. You've got a lot to learn. This is the mood of Baladev and the older coward boys. When they go out, cow grazing, Mother Yasoda said, Balaram, these older boys, they have weapons in that to protect Krishna in the forest. Krishna's little dumb, little young, doesn't know too much. Don't worry, Mother Yasoda, we're taking care of it. They think, what? Krishna will take care. He's a small boy, we will take care. So the Angiras, Sakhiras, but Angiras, Vatsalya, like Baladev and others. They advise Krishna, they can chastise him. They support him, they maintain him. Like Baladev. He's a friend of Krishna. When he sees Krishna tired, then he takes Krishna by force and little massage him. Sometimes he's tired, you massage me, and Krishna massages him because older brother. Then very sweet mood comes, very sweet mood. These are the Surit Sakhas. Surit means well-wisher. They have that mood. We are superior to Krishna, older than Krishna. Then there is the Priya Sakhas. They're younger than Krishna. No, the Priya Sakhas, younger than Krishna. So, they're Krishna's friend, but they have little Dasya mood mixed in there. Angiras, Dasya means, take our friend, but he's a little bigger than us, and little respect is there. And some Sakhas, just pure Sakhiras, no mixed with any ras. But there is a fourth category of Sakha called the Priyanama Sakha. The Angaras is Sakha, but the supporting mood is Gopi Bhav. No? Therefore, when Krishna goes to meet the gopis, who does he always take with him? These branch of Sakhas, the Priyanama Sakhas. In fact, you read all the books, especially Rupa Goswami, especially Raghunath Goswami, Krishna never goes to meet the gopis without them. Why? No conflict in mood. They are gopis, these are also gopis. Gopi Bhav, Sakhi Bhav. Therefore, Madhusudana Maharaj describes, when they're with Krishna, they're friends, but when gopis come, they give up that Purush Bhav, male Bhav. They give it up. Because if Krishna was with the gopis, there can only be one Purush, only one male, that would be Krishna. If there was more than one, there would be Rasabhas, conflict. So when the gopis come, the Priyanama Sakhas, there's so much Radhika as their guru. So they give up their Purush Bhav and they surrender to Radhika internally. They become tadatmik with Radhika, one with Radhika. Of course, not like the Manjaris. We're not trying to say they are the same. But you cannot deny that mood is there. No? Therefore, sometimes, when Krishna goes to meet the gopis and gopis are late, the Priyanama Sakhas decorate the kunj. They do all the arrangement. They decorate Krishna. Oh, my friend will look so nice for Radhika when she comes. So they said, no Purush Bhav. This is Sakhi Bhav. Then Guru Maharaj gave famous example of Sridham. Of the Priyanama Sakhas, Subal. Subal is considered the guru of all of them. Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaja, Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Maharaj would say, Swami Maharaj, avatar of Subal. He would talk directly like that. So who can he listen to? Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Maharaj or Kishori Mohan? Seriously? How can there be any conflict in people's... I cannot understand it at all. What is their understanding of Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Maharaj and these devotees? What is their real understanding? Anyway, so, Subal. Swami Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Maharaj would often say, Subal is the Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj incarnation of Subal, he would say. So sometimes Radhika and Krishna cannot meet because Jatila and Jatila are there, becoming ferociously guarding. Not even a mosquito may leave without permission. So Krishna cannot meet with Radhika. So Subal, he looks so much like Radhika. One name of Subal, one name of Radhika, if you look in the 1008 names of Radhika, Subal Priya, very beloved of Subal, very close to Subal. So Subal, he goes to the place of Radhika, there in Javat. Jatila and Katila are there. When they see Subal, hey, what are you doing here? Mother, one cow is lost. I'm looking for him. May I check in your gosal? Sure, no problem. So Subal goes directly into the Radhika's quarters. If he has any one drop of Purush Bhav, can he go in there? So he has very special seva. So he goes there. When he describes the separation of Krishna, Radhika's heart melts and she weeps. And she prays, Subal, you make some arrangement. So Subal, what does he do? He changes cloth with Radhika. Imagine how much intimate. This is no boy, this is Gopi Bhav. Like women not feel shy before another woman. So Radhika not feel shy before the presence of Subal. We cannot imagine how exalted they are. We are so low class, we think man means this. We cannot imagine their transcendental moods. So Subal take the cloth of Radhika. Even Madhusudana Maharaj says, the Manjaris decorate Subal with Radhika's ointment, with Radhika's eyeliner, Radhika's lipstick, Radhika's ornaments. And Madhusudana Maharaj says, Radhika's all ornaments made of what? Mahabhav. And Subal wearing that. But Gopi Bhav, so no problem. No. So this is called Nikunja Yuno Rati Keli Sita. They're also assisting the meeting of Radha Krishna according to their adhikar, according what is applicable for them. Then Radhika dressed in the dress of Subal, and to cover her womanly features, Radhika take one calf here. Jatila, I found the calf. Okay. Even Jatila cannot know. No? Then Subal said where to find, and Subal staying there with all the gopis and manjaris. He's alone there. And Radhika going to meet with Krishna. Then even Krishna cannot understand this is Subal. He cannot understand. This is Radhika, sorry. Even Krishna cannot understand. Oh, Subal, what happened? Then Radhika in the voice of Subal, brother, I could not meet. I tell you, no chance for Radhika to come out today. Then Krishna's so sad, no? But Radharani testing him, but pretending to be Subal, but I can arrange some meeting with Chandravali. Radhika is speaking. She wants to know what Krishna's mood is. Then Krishna weeping, brother, I want to drink milk and you are offering me water. And he weeping, then how happy Radharani feel inside. No? Then Krishna embraced, thinking this is Subal, then quickly he understands this is not Subal. No? So how much intimate they're doing seva. No? Even Madhusudama says, in some case, they can assist Radha Krishna where even the manjaris cannot assist. They have such a place. No? Therefore Maharaj says, without the Priyanama Sakhas, there is no Madhurya Ras, there is no Leela, because Krishna have no support. No? Sometime Madhusudama says, if Radhika wants to send some message to Krishna, but Krishna is there with, Nanda Baba and the seniors, manjaris, they cannot walk up to Krishna and give some message. This is illegal. They are dasis, dasis. But the Priyanama Sakhas have no obstacle. They go, hey brother! They go directly, embrace Krishna, they tell the message directly to Krishna, where even the manjaris cannot do. No? So there's so much assistance in this Madhurya Ras. So very sweet mood they have. Madhusudama says nicely, the Priyanama Sakhas, they're eating off both plates. Friendship to Krishna, dasi of Radhika. Therefore their mood is very sweet, very intimate. No? So when people give these horrible explanations of this Jaladu, this is nothing, they say like this. No? You ask them to explain this song, they cannot explain it, because it explains nothing else except this mood. So don't cross his mood. Don't extinguish it. Don't edit it. Don't give your own 5%. Not necessary. Give him freedom. This mood also in our sampradaya, this mood have place. No? Otherwise, why Rupa Goswami discussed all these things in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu? And one more thing I will add, if I think it's not inappropriate. Many people are trying to say Rupanuga means only Manjari Bhav. What do you think? Unless you're Manjari Bhav, you cannot be Rupanuga. In some places, Guru Maharaj spoke like this. But this is not in terms of Siddhanta. This is in terms of his own personal mood. Now, therefore, we, Bhakti Pragyan Kesar Maharaj said, those who say, I can show the direct quote, those who say that Rupanuga consists only of Parikya Madhuras, these are sahajas, enemies of the sampradaya and immature personalities. They're called Ichorpaka, one who tries to take the jackfruit before it's ripe. So we say, we cannot say this, that Rupanuga consists only of Manjari Bhav. No? This is Rupa Goswami's personal mood. But in his Siddhanta and his books, Rupa Goswami has described all rasas. Rupa Goswami is the Abhideya Acharya. Means if you want to do sadhan bhakti, to transfer your nishta into the stage of bhav bhakti, which books you going to read which books will you read, Nandini? If you want to go into bhav bhakti, do the sadhan to achieve bhav bhakti, whose lotus feet do you approach? Rupa Goswami's. No? Therefore, Rupa Goswami is the acharya of all rasas. All sadhaks call themselves Rupanugas, because no matter what ras you're in, Das, Sakya, Vatsadya, Madhurya ras, without studying the writings of Rupa Goswami, without the mercy of Rupa Goswami, you can never fulfill your desire. No? So when Gurudev talked about the Rupanuga, he was referring only to his personal mood. All Gaudiya Vaishnavas are followers of Rupa Goswami. Is it true or not? All Gaudiya Vaishnavas have the Abhiman, we are Rupanugas. Everyone may or may not follow his personal mood, but everyone follows his Siddhanta. No? So many things, I must admit, when all these things came out, I also had some misconceptions, definitely. But hearing all these things, then nicely, some more mature understanding came. What is our Sampradaya? Who is a member of our Sampradaya? Who is a member of the Guru Parampara? This nice understanding came. Guru Maharaj, so we say this Gurudev preaching in a particular way, this is the preaching tactic of Gurudev. When we said this, people went crazy. You're saying Narayan Maharaj cheated us? You're saying he deceived us? In a way, sure. But that cheating is good for you. No? Gurudev planting very strongly one mood. I want the service of Radhika. But don't forget, Radharani give you what you want. Therefore, all rasas are also servants of Radhika. Right? Das Sakya Batsari Madhu. At the end of the day, even Madhya Soda. When Madhya Soda sees the mood of Radhika, Madhya Soda sees her cooking, her seva, her own mood, then also secretly in the heart, Madhya Soda also look at Radhika like Guru Tattva. No? Nanda Baba, all rasas, they see Radhika, one of the 16 qualities of Radhika. Who sees her feels a flowing of prema. So all rasas are servants of Radhika, not just manjaris. No? They have a special place, there's no doubt. So Gurudev talked about the goal is to become the dasi of Radhika. Without the mercy of Radhika, no one can enter Braj Bhakti. No one can fulfill any desire. She fulfills the desire of even Krishna, what to speak of anyone else. So Nandini, we are speaking all this, maybe you don't think it's necessary. I don't know what you think. No? Maybe you think it's too high, it's better not to exercise your mind, but for me this will become like a defining principle. I think it's damn important who understands Narayan Maharaj and who doesn't understand him. Right? If you want to take shiksha from someone, you should take a shiksha from someone who fully understands him inside and outside. Not someone just makes some external show, we are following Narayan Maharaj. No, but actually not following him internally at all. No? So people think it's a small thing, maybe people think it's even unnecessary to think about or hear about. But I think it's like a paribhasa, like a definition. Who understands and who doesn't understand. So if you follow those persons who are not on the level of Gurudev and don't understand him, where are they going to take you? They'll take you to themselves, nowhere else. Then you run into the same problem that ISKCON had. Prabhupada, but no Shiksha Guru, no proper advice. Actually, mostly what happened to ISKCON, people following Prabhupada after Prabhupada left. Some following Bhavananda, some following Kirtanananda, some following whoever they're following. No? If they follow that type of Shiksha, will they reach their goal, Nandini? Can they reach the feet of Prabhupada through those persons? What do you think? Where's Prabhupada? So anyway, I can't make it more clear. Tried for years. Can't do more than that. No? So try. Guru Maharaj give everyone some understanding, no? When Prabhupada left, Gauga Maharaj was there. How many godbrothers of Gauga Maharaj followed him? 3. Jayanta means Sudadwaiti Maharaj, 1, 2 others. But most of them were fully against him. Godbrother, what he knows? I joined before him. All this mood was there. No? So now Gurudev said, we think we're so different. No, so don't be misled. Don't be deceived. No, Gurudev, Gauga Maharaj would say, Guru's mercy is always a person. Guru's mercy is always a person. He would teach like that. Prabhupada's mercy comes to you in the form of a person. No? So where is Gurudev's mercy now? Gurudev's in Golok Vrindavan. Where's his mood? Who has it? Sudevi? Seriously? Oh, you're following them. Who has that? Do you think they have the mood? 100%? What do you think? Maybe you think it's tough I'm saying this. I'm saying you follow them, you're going to have a tough life. you're going to experience a lot of obstacles, a lot of trouble, because one day you realize they're nowhere near him. Okay, some external idea people have, but in the proper conception, who is Narayan Maharaj, who have that idea, who have that meditation. Maybe I should just shut up and let you do whatever you like. Okay, take it. Someone's about to fall off a cliff. Should I say something? Nandini, look out! Or just keep quiet. Okay, go there. Take it, because time's running. Time is running. No? How many years we have left in this body? No? We should not waste it with second-class association. No? I remember Shamarani Didi, when she left, because she left Gurudev when this friction came. I was in England when Gurudev called her, because she had separated from Gurudev for a few years. And Gurudev called her, I remember. He was shouting on the phone to her. What do you want? You want pure bhakti, or you just want to associate with bogus 10th class persons? Then he slammed down the phone. Then he laughed. She couldn't hear, but he was laughing. I gave her long distance injection.
I was there.
Were you? This was in England. It was in England because I did not go to America, but I remember that. I've given her long distance injection. So what do you want? Follow 10th class bogus persons? Okay, 3rd class bogus, 2nd class bogus. But if Didi is a Mahabhagavat, then what is their position? If Didi is a Mahabhagavat, like Trivikram Maharaj told me, if she is a Mahabhagavat, then what's the position of Sudevi and Kishori Mohan? What's their position? If she's not a Mahabhagavat, doesn't matter, right? Just an ordinary person. But if she is a Mahabhagavat, what is their condition? What do you think? When Trivikram Maharaj told Umudidi, she's in the stage of Bhav Bhakti. That was 30 years ago. Then what's their position? They're fully against her. What is their position there? If she is a Mahabhagavat, what's happening to them? Where will they go? If Goga Maharaj was not a Mahabhagavat, everyone who criticized him, no real problem, right? But if he was a Mahabhagavat, they're going to have problems. So be careful, no? Be careful. Any questions from anyone? Yes, Nan, as we continue.
Someone is like Kanishta Adhikari, Nityavada. How can I understand when the Acharya is speaking Harikatha, if he's speaking Siddhanta or if he's speaking his mood?
Well, really won't understand. No? Who's going to understand? Someone who has the same mood. Like Didi would, when this came out, Didi would say, when Gurudev would speak all these things, he'd look to us and laugh. So from that time they knew all these things. No? Yeah, the Kanishta Adhikari will not know. Because Kanishta, no?
So most is, so then without being negative, you're thinking, what's the point of me sitting in the class? I'm taking all the notes, I'm thinking I've understood. I don't know when it's
okay, that's a no, you should definitely hear Katha, but you think my understanding is perfect, then you're going to run into trouble. Right? I know. You're going to run into trouble then. So definitely hear Katha, take notes, everything, but don't think your understanding is the same as his. Then you're going to have problems. No? Who can understand their mood? Like there was a story I heard. Someone gave Gokashodas Babaji Maharaj some nice chatter and 5 rupees. And Babaji Maharaj was blind. No, so he put this chatter on him, and again he was feeling the nice chatter. He probably wasn't doing that, but anyway, it was nice chatter. And he put his 5 rupees in, he tucked it in his cloth. Again and again he was feeling the 5 rupees is there. Oh, this chatter is very nice. So one man was criticizing him. Oh, look, he calls himself Niskinchan. Look at him. Again and again, where's my 5 rupees? Nice cloth. Then Saraswati Thakur become very angry. You are nonsense, you cannot understand his mood. He's not attached to 5 rupees and a nice chatter. He's encouraging that man's Vaishnav Seva. Imagine we gave something nice to Gurudev, a pair of socks. Gurudev, I got hundreds of socks. How would you feel, Nandini? Would you bring out a pair of socks? You probably wouldn't even come to that Vaishnav again the rest of your life. So you cannot understand his mood. He's encouraging the Vaishnav Seva of that man. Oh, very good chatter. Oh, 5 rupees. And then a few hours later he gave the chatter to someone and the 5 rupees to someone. So many times we don't understand their mood, and if we think we understand and criticize, we run into trouble.
You
Yes.
said Gurudev said reconcile, Maharaj. Yeah?
Reconcile.
Yeah.
So that is the reconciler. That is the reconcile. How is he in Madhurya Ras? How he is also in Sakya Ras? Priyanamasaka. Everyone's satisfied, right? Tell me, Nandini, I'm wrong. Swami Maharaj, his mood is respected. Gurudev's statements respected. Sridhar Maharaj's statements respected. Everyone is reconciled. Everyone is harmonized. Everyone's statements are respected.
So like you said, Maharaj, the Kanishta Adhikari cannot understand the mood. You gave the perfect example called Sridhar Babaji Maharaj. So you heard both sides, but how you don't have the ability because you can't get the mood. It's too high.
Oh, it's pretty easy, isn't it? Do you want to hear the class again?
No, I got the point.
It's pretty easy.
Point, but if you're sitting there and someone says this to you,
Yeah, anyway,
they
what to
give you a
do?
little luncheon, you're not going to be able to tell.
We can only try. Have you read it, Nandini? Give it a read. Didi said, someone said it's too strong. Didi said, strong disease needs a strong medicine. This every word written by her, she took hours on every essay. She took hours. Every word. What is the every word? I was there. I become mad. Come on. Hours and hours for each essay. Every word, and this is so thought out, so careful. I asked Didi once, Didi, why you not write a biography of Gurudev? She said, this is the biography of Gurudev. She said, everyone should read this 8 or 10 times. There's so much Siddhanta is in there, no?
You said one thing,
So much Siddhanta.
Let them speak for themselves. Let Swamiji Maharaj speak for himself.
I said, actually, give him freedom for his own mood. No?
And so each person speaks for themselves. So if Gaur Das Babaji Maharaj is saying that, when I leave this body, you drag like that. So people are taking literal self.
And they actually tried that when Saraswati Thakur, when Gaur Das Babaji Maharaj left his body, they were actually tying his feet to a horse cart. Do you know that?
Yeah.
Then Saraswati Thakur came. You cannot understand his words, spoken in humility. But his meaning is not that you should drag his body through Navadvip, because even when Haridas Thakur left his body, how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu carried him with so much respect.
Are they doing anything wrong in the sense that on their little understanding, they're just following up?
The road to hell is paved with good intentions. Then be careful in the Vaishnav Ketra, this Vaishnav world. So much care.
At the end of it all, is it better not possibly to take a position because you're like, it's too hard for me?
Don't be a leader of the Sampradaya if you're just a Kanishta Adhikari. Don't try and lead everyone. Just stay in your position. Follow, don't lead. Because you follow, you're going to take everyone on the wrong path.
Yeah, that's wrong.
That's wrong. A Kanishta Adhikari should never be guru. Don't take them seriously. No matter how much seriously they take themselves, don't take them seriously. Okay, TK, they have some mood, that thing. But they're going to lead now.
Not lead, no.
No lead, only mislead.
After your conclusions, everything you said, we accept fully. What is the next road? Whether you accept or you don't, if you accept fully, for a Kanishta, what difference does it make if Prabhupada is X or Y?
It makes a big difference, actually. Like Didi wrote here, if you worship as a Manjari, thousands of lifetimes you'll spend, but you'll never get his darshan, because he's not that.
Okay.
It's clearly written here.
Okay.
You can bang your head on the samadhi for 1,000 years, you'll never get his darshan, because he's not that. But you little bit pray to him in the right mood, you'll get his mercy.
Okay.
You'll get his mercy. Yes, sometimes Didi laughs, no? Oh, sometimes I become angry at Swami Maharaj. Why are you giving us so much problem? So much trouble. You know? But Didi says one time, when Maharaj is not there, she speaks nicely about him. You know? She says, no, why Swami Maharaj chose him for this dream? You heard about the dream and everything? What have you been doing all these years, Nandini? You missed all the juicy action.
Is it recording?
Yeah. I have no problem, the whole world hears it.
I haven't really heard much.
Why Swami Maharaj choosing Didi for all this? Why? There's not much she can do. She can do. Take her. Anything else? Kunja?
You said, Didi said something about Maharaj. What you just saying?
Didi say why Swami Maharaj chose him for this? Because when Maharaj was 11, Maharaj he was reading the ISKCON songbook and he read this prayers of the Jaladuta and he goes, Swami Maharaj must be in Sakiras because it's clear. But he didn't think too much about it. Just, that's interesting. Went to sleep. In his dream, Prabhupada came in his dream. And in the dream he said, I'm in Sakiras. And in the dream, Madhusudana Maharaj was arguing with him. Gurudev said this, Gurudev said that, Gurudev said this. Then Swami Maharaj became angry. What I'm telling you, why you just don't accept it? You believe what I tell you. You believe, or you should accept what I say, or you believe what I say, you believe, whatever. You believe what I tell you, you believe what I tell you. 3 times, then he woke up. Then he went straight to Didi. What is this? No, I had a dream. Gurudev saying one thing, Swami Maharaj saying another thing. What is this? No, Gurudev saying he's in Madhuja Prabhupada saying he's in Sakiras. Then Didi said to him, just forget about it. This will cause World War III. This was like 25 years ago. And what happened? World War III.
Ultimately, is it not Vigyan? In the sense, to speculate is our
Everything's Vigyan. Why are you chanting Harinam? You realize Radha Krishna?
No.
You're going to stop?
No.
Why are you following a Kadasi? You realize what is a Kadasi or Mahaprasad? So you follow that logic, it's going to stop everything. We have faith in these things. No, we're not saying we are self-realized, but we have faith these things are good for us. Especially when Prabhupada said himself, geez, what's the argument? Nandini, anything you want to say? Feel happy or sad? One day you're going to have to make a choice, Nandini. Or you're just going to stay where you are and rot. You're going to follow them or go down. Or you're going to little think, maybe Gurudev does have a Mahabhagavat disciple. Maybe there is someone else.
There's so many senior devotees, Maharaj.
Okay, take it. Like
who I respect,
take
someone like Shamarani Didi.
Take it.
You have a lot of respect for all the service that she's done.
Take it. Okay, they've done a lot of seva.
There's so much higher, Maharaj.
Higher than you, but not higher than Didi. None of them are one speck.
I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying, when I look up to them, these are the people that are so much.
Okay, take it. That's true. But you follow them to the death, and then you're going to run into trouble.
But respect is there, Maharaj, because of
what? Respect is there, but full surrender and Shraddha. You cannot give same respect to all levels of Vaishnavas. Sakala saman korite sakta dehonata jata jata. What Rupa Goswami said, Krishnete yasigiritam. Who chants Krishna's name, he's family member, in the mind respect, right? To Kanishta Adhikari. And what about who took Diksha? Guru Maharaj said 2 types of Diksha. Who took mantra, sat in the yagya, shaved their head, got a new name. Vyavaharik Diksha. But they're really feeling their Sarup and their Seva, doubt. So who took Diksha in a real sense, means they're chanting really with Sambandha Gyan and actual realization. Then to that Vaishnava, what should you do? Madhyamadhikari, pranam. But what respect you give to the Uttamadhikari? What did Rupa Goswami say? You give your whole life to them. You surrender everything to them. So you start mixing everyone up, then you're going to run into trouble. No? And who gives this mercy of discrimination? Gurudev gives. No? Gurudev, Kripa Bindu Diya, Kodo Edasya, Trinapiksati Hina. Sakala Saman Koditech. Gurudev, you give me mercy, I know how much respect to give to everyone. We're speaking like this, but they did seva. But Didi says doing seva doesn't mean everything they did is perfect and wonderful and great. It's not like that. They did seva. But everything they did, Gurudev accepted. It's not like that. And everything they're doing is perfect. It's also not like that. So you follow, but you follow too much, you're going to go down into a hole. Because they not have qualification. I know Gurudev said to Vasanti, she cannot take you back to Godhead. About Shamarana. She cannot take you back to Godhead. Because not Uttamadhikari. We don't hate her because she's not an Uttamadhikari. But she's definitely now opposing Uttam Bhagavat. She's going to have trouble. A Madhyamadhikari should not oppose an Uttam Bhagavat. They should surrender and learn. Don't be too cool for school. Don't be too cool for school. Whole ISKCON opposed Gauranga Maharaj. Did Gauranga Maharaj have a problem? No, but they had problems. No? Okay?
If someone is
This is not disrespect to anyone.
I know,
Respect according to position.
yeah.
You respect me and Narayan Maharaj, same, will it be good for you? You're going to run into trouble. You're going to have trouble because it's not same. Not same. But you respect Prabhupada the same as Gurudev, that's okay because same level. No? How much Gurudev talked about this constantly. You can read what Shamarani wrote. That's all here.
They're just such all my seniors, Maharaj.
Take care.
Yeah.
Grey hair is there. How do we judge seniority in Gaudiya Vaishnavism? What's the judge? What's the measuring stick? Is it grey hairs? Years by Diksha, senior? How do you measure it? Measurement is there. No? Brahmanas judged by knowledge. Kshatriyas by strength.
They are senior to me because I know where I am.
Okay, take it. But there's devotees superior to them also. If you look, understand? Try and look. This is not this. And Guru Maharaj said, if you don't do that, you will make Vaishnava aparad. If you worship the Kanishya as Uttam and the Uttam as Kanishya, you're going to make aparad. And you're going to have problems in your spiritual life. That's why no one appreciates real Madhyamadikari. Who is real Madhyamadikari? Actually, if I may say, if Didi is Uttamadikari, they're all Kanishtas. All of them. All of them are Kanishtas. Because they cannot appreciate the Uttamadikari. You might think that's tough, but tough biggies. I tell directly, no. They're Kanishta-adhikaris. Why? We can see they're not behaving properly. What does Kanishta do? Who is Uttam, they respect. We ask Gaudiya Maharaj why they can respect you, but no one, why they respect Prabhupada, but they cannot see anyone else. And Gaudiya Maharaj said, they could not see Prabhupada. What made Narayan Maharaj Uttam Bhagavat? Could we really see it? Why we cannot see that in someone else? No? That means our vision is lacking. Maybe we think I'm okay, I don't need it. Anyway, you have to pray. You only understand high-class Vaishnava by their mercy. Look at Didi, whole life doing what? What she's doing whole life, 24 hours a day. Have you seen her? Last time we couldn't even see her. Have you ever met her?
Yeah.
You come next time, I told you, come next time, stay a month. Don't run. If you're not satisfied after 1 month, I'll pay your business class ticket back to Brisbane, back to London. I'll give you a guarantee. You come 1 month, you're not satisfied, I'll pay your business ticket back to London. I'll pay with a Rolls Royce, you can go and stay with Kishore Devi the rest of your life. But 1 month give. How she chants in the morning. You just watch how she chants every morning. You watch how she serves Thakurji, how she cooks, how she eats. Maharaj says every second you watch Didi, this like one shiksha. Every second. When this whole thing came back, I remember Sudha Dwaiti Maharaj was like confused. Like we all were. I was confused when I heard this. I heard Gurudev's lecture. I remember I said to Didi, come on Didi. I mean, I said it with respect, but come on. Huh? I said, I heard Gurudev's lecture. What he said, I was there in Sevakunj. And Gurudev said, where's Swami Maharaj? He's here outside the Kunj. Like a rocket, Didi said, outside the Kunj, right? Didn't say inside the Kunj. And I was like, God. Hey. Gurudev said outside the Kunj. He didn't say inside the Kunj, and she laughed. Outside. I was like, then our head was spinning, right? I was okay. Because Maharaj said, I know Maharaj. Maharaj never lie. He never lie for the whole world. And Didi even more than that, never lie. So when this whole dream and everything, I know Maharaj many times tell me his dreams, and you have a dream, I believe that. No? And Didi was saying they were talking. So I went to my room and I was like, but I heard Gurudev, but Didi says something, I cannot give that up. I cannot. So I was like, then I read this book about, then Sudha Dwaiti Maharaj gave me this huge book, big coffee book of Prabhupada's Leela. Never seen it before. Oh, wow. White color. I don't know what it's called. So I just opened it, and then I read this. First thing I read was this story of him wrestling on the ground with Balaram. I become stunned, No Manjari's going to wrestle on the ground with Baladev. But Sudha Dwaiti Maharaj, he came and he flew all the way for this, because we all heard. I can understand why some confusion is there, definitely, So Sudha Dwaiti Maharaj came and he was like, yeah. Then Madhusudana Maharaj said, sit down. And Didi was there. And he said to him, if you want to understand this topic at all, you just try and understand that Krishna, the Didi is not one drop less than Narayan Maharaj. I never forget that the rest of my life. Not one drop less. I became stunned when I heard him say that. Because Maharaj not speak too much like that, no. But not one drop. That's his realization. Not one drop less. No. Anyway, so if you hear, it's quite easy to understand if you hear from a neutral, not pushing some agenda. So we're hearing, and Sudadwaiti Maharaj also a question, but hearing the answer, no. And after it's like, and I remember next morning he came in, he was like, and he said, I had a dream of Prabhupada. Prabhupada said, I am Subal Saka, like that, something he said. And he was like, you should have seen his face. I said, what you saw, because I could see his face was like, he had a dream of Prabhupada that night. You know? Well, some mercy came. You know? So Didi always says, to understand this topic you need brain, and you also need some feelings for Prabhupada, no? Feelings for Gurudev. Brain and heart, and you can understand. But it's the perfect, everyone should be satisfied by this. Even Maharaj says, what they're even fighting for anymore, who knows? Everyone's satisfied by this. Yeah, he's a Manjari Bhav. Yeah, he's a Saka. Everyone happy, because both are there. Okay, ready for the business class? I know, you'll be fully satisfied. Come for a month, Nandini. Come. Didi's getting old. She'll not stay in this world forever. Yeah, unfortunately, those two really hate Didi. No? I don't know why. They really hate her, you know. They're fully hate her, you know. Can't understand why, no. Take it, whatever. I gave them up years ago. Gave up trying.
I've never heard that though, Maharaj.
Yeah, I've heard plenty, you know.
They've never said
Others,
that to me.
because they know you're a little borderline, they're a little careful. But you scratch on it itself, it all comes out. No? Others have told me also. Anyway, Tika. Anyway, at the end of the day, try and get someone who's going to take you to Gurudev's lotus feet, not just to themselves. You think Sudevi has power to put you on Gurudev's lotus feet?
She's helped me.
Help? But to what, where? Look at you now. She not help you that much.
She did, Maharaj. She has helped me. I can't. Even I can say you've helped me.
Yeah, I'm helping you now.
No, you
But
didn't.
help has a
You
limit.
helped.
Help has a limit, no?
Yeah, but
Our help has a limit.
there's always appreciation there.
There you go.
There
Yeah.
is. For everybody.
Okay, but don't let that appreciation be an obstacle to your further progress. That's what's happened to you. You know? You have so much appreciation you can't move forward. There you go. So you have to sacrifice, no? When I came to Gurudev, Gurudev said, can you give your head for me? Neutrality has no place in devotion. I remember he said that to me when I first came. Yes, now it's just, that's why we're just preaching to new people. No? Just forget the oldies. No one can help them. 1, 2 is there, Radhika. Have you spoken to Radhika about Didi? Why don't you do yourself a favour?
Not much. Just little bits we have. We spoke about Maharaj.
Do yourself a favour here. Hold that Didi doesn't even know what material enjoyment is. She doesn't know what Maya is. She doesn't know.
Yeah, if somebody is Madhyamadikari, then they must recognize who's it.
That is the symptom of the Madhyamadikari.
Yeah. Then they're not, if they can't.
If they can't recognize, they're not. You know about Didi and Trivikram Maharaj? Let me turn this off.